everyone. So in this video we'll discuss about X shape pattern, how to print that X shape pattern. So basically I'm using Java language. I have created one class here, X shape program, and inside this class we are having one main method. And let's understand code that we have written here to print this pattern. So let's start with that. Integer, I have taken integer n is equal to 7. So why I have taken n is equal to 7? Because there are total 7 rows that we want to print in this pattern, so that is the reason. And there is one condition also, like every time take the n is equal to odd number, because which will make the symmetry. If you take 6, then it will not be symmetrical, right? It will not look good. So to print the perfect X shape, you have to always take n value as an odd number. Then let's understand for loop. Here for int I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. So here n value is 7. So this loop will execute from 0 to whenever I value is 6. Okay, now there is one more for loop inside this outer for loop. Here integer j is equal to 0, j less than n, j plus plus. So this loop again will execute from 0 to n value is 7 here also. So this will again execute from 0 to 7, 0 to 6, because here it follows indexing. So we have to keep that in mind. Now let's understand if else conditions that we have written inside the inner for loop. Okay, so I is equal to j, or I plus j is equal to n minus 1. Whenever any one of these two conditions satisfies, it will print the star pattern, star. And whenever the condition fails, it will print the space. So that's what this code says. So now let's understand for the very first iteration. Okay, so for the first iteration, I value will be 0 and a j value is also 0. So I is equal to 0, j is equal to 0. The condition will satisfy and it will print the star. So that star will be this star. Now I value is 0 and j value will increase by 1. So j value will be 1. So this condition will not satisfy here. And I value is 0 plus j is 1. So 0 plus 1, 1 is equal to n is 7 minus 1 will be 6. So this also not satisfied. So it will execute the else statement, which is space. So for all the rest of the iterations, j value will increase from like 1 2 3 4 5. It will print the space. Now when j value will be like 6, at that time what will happen? J value is 0, right? So when j value is I value is 0 and j value is 6, so the sum will become 6 and is equal to n is 7. 7 minus 1 will become 6. So this condition satisfied, and which will print the star. So what happened here? So it printed first star, then else statement printed these spaces, and then the last condition printed this star. So same way it will print for the rest of the code. Like for the next iteration, I value will increase by 1 and which will be 1. So when j value is 0 and I value is 1, it will not print star. When j value will become 1, at that time I is also 1, so it will print the star. So the here conditions are like that. Whenever row value and column value, whenever I is equal to j, at that time it will print one star. And for other whenever values are different, it at that time it will print the space. And for the last and also there is one more condition. Whenever for this condition, the which says whenever I plus j is equal to 6, because n minus 1 always be like 6, right? So whenever I plus j will become 6, at that time it will print star. So for the second iteration, when I value is 1 and plus when j value will be 5, so 5 plus 1 6, so it will print the star. So like that it will work for rest of the code. Now let's execute the code and check whether we have written code correctly. Yes, the code is correct and it is printing X shape pattern correctly. Yeah, this is how we can print X shape pattern correctly. Yeah, that is it. Thank you.